Example 5, using parameters to determine significance. A previous example involved n equals 460 overtime wins in NFL football games. We get p is equal to 0.5 and q is equal to 0.5 by assuming that winning the overtime coin toss does not provide an advantage. So both teams had the same 0.5 chance of winning the game in overtime. First thing we want to do is find the mean and the standard deviation for the number of wins in groups of 460 games. Well, we know that n is 460, p is equal to 0.5, and q is equal to 0.5, and we're going to use the formulas that can be applied to this as follows. So to find the mean, it's equal to n times p. We know that n is 460, we know that p is 0.5, so 460 times 0.5 gives us 230.0 games. That's for the mean. Now, for the standard deviation, it's going to equal the square root of n times p times q. Well, that is the square root of 460 times 0.5 times 0.5, which gives us 10.7 games. Let's just verify that on our calculator. Okay, so for the first one, we have 460 times 0.5, that gives us 230. And then we're going to take the second square root, because that's where the blue thing is there, and then in parentheses we got 460, and then again another parentheses 0.5, and then another parentheses 0.5, and now let's hit enter, and then we get 10.7. So for random groups of 460 overtime games, the mean number of wins is 230.0 games, and the standard deviation is 10.7 games. Now, use the range rule of thumb to find the values separating the numbers of wins that are significantly low or significantly high. So the values separating number of wins that are significantly low or significantly high are the values that are 2 standard deviations away from the mean. So we know that the mean is 230 games, and the standard deviation is 10.7 games. So we get the following. Mean minus 2 times the standard deviation, 230, minus 2 times 10.7 gives us 208.6 games. Mean plus 2 times the standard deviation, 230 plus 2 times 10.7 gives us 251.4 games. So significantly low numbers of wins are 208.6 games or fewer. Significantly high number of wins are 251.4 games or greater. And values that are not significant are between 208.6 games and 251.4 games. Now, is the result of 252 overtime wins in 460 games significantly high? Well, let's take a look here. We know that this value here is 208.6. We know that the mean is 230.0. We know that this value is 250.4, and 252 is in the significantly high value. So therefore, the result of 250 wins is significantly high because it is greater than the value of 251.4 games, which was found in Part B. And then the last part is that using probabilities to determine when results are significantly high or low. Significantly high number of successes. X successes among n trials is significantly high if the probability of X or more successes is 0.05 or less, and that is, X is a significantly high number of successes if P of X or more is less than or equal to 0.05. Significantly low number of successes, X successes among n trials is significantly low if the probability of X or fewer successes is 0.05 or less, and that is, X is a significantly low number of successes if P of X or fewer is less than or equal to 0.05.